Alright, so I wanted to take a wee opportunity to have a quick discussion about the new Hex rune because there's been a lot of debate about it, and I wanted to give my thoughts and ideas about it. Basically, yeah, the new Hex rune is no longer going to affect skill checks and all that kind of stuff. Now it's going to be a regression penalty to the gens when someone is not working on it anymore. So basically, the killer has to shove the survivor off the gen and it'll start regressing at 2 times the normal regression speed automatically. Killer doesn't have to kick the gen or anything. That's just what it does. Now, the problem right now, a lot of people are debating, is the fact that keeping this perk a hex can completely make it pointless. Yeah, because Ruin, as much as it could be frustrating before, you know, getting popped in 30 seconds, at least it gave you 30 seconds worth of Ruin. Now if it gets popped in 30 seconds, the perk is absolutely useless because even the developers are saying it's now more of an end game perk, or, you know, it's going to affect the later game. And that's a big problem with a perk that quite often gets found right at the start of the game. So a lot of players have been calling for it to no longer be a hex. The trouble with that is I think the perk then becomes overly strong. So it's in a weird place right now where it's not strong enough as a hex, but too strong as to not be a hex, is the way I see it, basically. I had an idea on how to fix it or make it better. Now there's another hex perk you know of that's called Thrill of the Hunt. Not many high rank players that, you know, red ranks and purple ranks use it, but basically not only does it alert the killer to the presence of anyone working any totems, it also grants tokens for every single dull totem left on the map, which affects speeds of totems being cleansed. Now I think if they applied that to Ruin, remove a hex totem element from Ruin, but make it so that every dull totem on the map grants the token towards the regression speed, meaning that it gradually gets weaker as survivors are cleansing totems. So if survivors don't cleanse any totems, the perk stays, you know, full. And if the survivors cleanse totems, then, you know, it can still, basically what I'm trying to say is it can still be countered, but it's still going to have its use. It's not going to get popped straight away, and it's going to give the killers time, because the big problem for killers is momentum in the early game. And quite often the early game can be over if the killer, depending on the killer and the map, you know, like if they don't get pressure. So by the time Ruin starts maybe becoming less of an issue, the more totems are gone, the killer's already at the point in the game where they've got their hooks, they've got people injured, there's got people in chases, and the game is starting to kind of get into its flow. That's my idea for it anyway. I think it could be a very good change implemented that way, because the strength of it is dependent on the amount of dull totems on the map, as opposed to, hey, look, I found your Ruin, I spawned on it, you know, fuck you, now you've got a completely useless perk that has done nothing, hasn't even helped you that, you know? But whatever. That's my idea on it. As usual, any thoughts and comments are appreciated. Take it easy. I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.